Welcome to the Dice Box and Tombstone Blues. Previously, our bunch of weird wild westerners wandered into the wastes with a capital W, on the trail of what they are now having to call the Preacher Man, and Jillian's possessed / corrupted / something is up with him husband. Yeah, that's gonna be a thing. Uh, they they're pretty sure they've tracked him down. They haven't seen him yet, but the doctor they were chasing did turn out to be the Preacher Man, who's stolen the ill-considered chunk of hypercharged ghost rock that Aloy pulled out of interdimensional rift some while back.
Reasons at the time they were ill-advised.
Yeah, you had reasons. That doesn't mean they were good ones.
As I said, I had reasons at the time they were ill-advised.
No, they weren't ill-advised. They were just bad.
Did the calculations. You were bad at that math.
Oh no, she was very good at the math. It's just the consequences. The parts that didn't really touch on the initial math. She was very focused in her math. She didn't think about side equations. Point being that they have this entity with a chunk of particularly nasty hypercharged ghost rock. Jillian's demonified husband, and a town in the deeper parts of the waste where they were initially greeted by a 19-year-old boy having been crucified. They did get an ally kind of out of that. Louis, sort of a Louisianan ranger type, who gave them shelter and explained what he could of what was going on in the town, up to and including the abduction of the one child of his, 4, that was gifted in any way with the kinds of abilities he had, except in her case, it really was just the sight. Cassie. They found Cassie Reba found Cassie in the local jail. They went into town to try to remove her from her prison. They got very significantly mauled by whatever was running around the town. They did manage to destroy it, which was good. They got Cassie out, and when we last left them, they were riding back for the farmstead at the edge of town. Louis having very much just sort of grabbed Cassie, bundled onto horse, and off they go. Well, off everybody goes, really. Up to and including Muffin, who's just going, whoop. Proud of himself, because if I recall correctly, he did pull the bars out of the prison window.
Mm-hmm. Just kind of enjoying Muffin having done Muffin things.
Yes, well, it's not like Aloy didn't do similar good things, given the trap on the manacle that was keeping her to the bed, and eventually returned to Homestead. And there's a certain amount of trying to stifle joyful squeaking because they don't want to wake up the kids. Although, in some sense, they almost do, because it's like they're gonna want to see their sister, but they do need the sleep. They can see her in the morning, I guess. So I'm gonna get my hug in real quick before y'all have to start talking about ranger things. Massive hug from Prudence, and hugs for all of y'all for the help in getting her back, and then And Prudence heads upstairs. Does seem to want to be nudging Cassie in the direction of up, but she's just, I'm gonna have to stay. They're gonna have questions for me, and you know it. Louis just puts a hand on Cassie's shoulder and says, I'll get her up to bed when we're done, yeah?
Jillian's waiting for everyone to finish their heartfelt family moments.
Yeah, heartfelt family moment is gonna happen for a little while, and if I recall correctly, for all the various little bits of healing, y'all are kind of a mess.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Louis really is just like, I'm gonna talk to Prudence for a minute. You all sit down, yeah. Muffin just sort of goes box mode in the hallway. Boop.
Aloy,
Boop.
could you ask Muffin to keep a watch outside?
Hey, Muffin.
Boop.
Hey, Jillian wants us to do patrol protocol.
Head extends, looks at Jillian. Boop,
Jillian.
boop, 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 boop. Zoop. Gets up
Thank you.
and then kind of looks at the door, which is shut.
I'm gonna get up and get over there and
Boop, boop. Chunk, 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 chunk outside.
I
And
can
Jillian
also
goes,
add, and I'm holding up the spool for the area field.
Yeah, not a bad idea.
Can you get it around the whole house? It's not a small house.
Yeah, I would have to do a quick check of my math. That's
I mean, what are we looking at size-wise? Just check the spell and remind me.
this. I believe this is private sanctum, and that's 120 feet.
Radius or diameter?
No, that's just range. The cube is a area cube that can be as small as 5 feet to as large as 100 feet on each side.
So it's 100 by 100 square. And 100
Yeah.
up, cube.
It managed the up, but 100 feet. For a farmstead of that size, I don't know if you'd be able to manage it.
Yeah, and I'm just currently looking around, just trying to do head calculations.
Yeah, I mean you're mathematically inclined. It's not a small house.
Yeah, 4 people. Yeah, oof. You could probably manage my grandma's house, but but that was not 4 people. Or
Just
excuse me,
looking, I'm
6
still
people
holding
actually.
up the
Wow. Yeah. No.
still holding up the spool, looking. Crap. Passing the spool back and walking back in and just sort of staying relatively near the door for if we call Muffin back in.
Yeah, so you saw Aloy not say anything, just walk outside. You hear a quiet but distinct crap. Walks back in as far as the door, despite the fact you guys are over in the parlor sitting down.
we just need someone who can make a shout if Muffin can do more than shout if it sees anyone riding up.
I think Jillian's the only one left who doesn't refer to Muffin as he these days.
Jillian's
And that's just earning a look from Aloy. Eyebrow up over over one of the lenses.
Yeah, that's easy enough. Jillian saying nothing. Yeah, okay.
Nope.
And Reba's not really. She's more keeping an eye on Cassie just to see how she's doing, trying to decide whether or not she might need to do any.
You got muted.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
You sat on the button again.
Yeah, or thought it was muted when I. Anyway.
No, you went muted mid-conversation, so I think you may have accidentally
Bumped it,
fidgeted and pressed it.
probably. But yeah, just keeping an eye on Cassie and just trying to decide, whether or not she needs to do any more healing or anything to help her get together.
She seems okay. She's just, I mean, she clearly doesn't want to be here.
Right.
She's curled up in an armchair, as small and as tight as possible. And this one does take rather a lot after her dad, unlike the twins. It's a lot more obvious what her background is. But so that probably explains why she got more attention than she probably wanted.
Did Louis come back down yet?
No, he's still talking to Prudence. Apparently, they have some things to discuss. More or less in the vein of what are we going to do with the kids. Prudence is probably having an argument with him about, given the hushed but still intense sounding murmuring from the kitchen. Probably something along the lines of, I know we don't want Cassie involved, but she was actually there, she's actually seen these people, and she's kind of involved whether she likes it or not. We need to at least talk to her. That argument's probably going to happen for a while.
Jillian looks to Cassie and then looks to the kitchen, and she'll wait another 5 minutes before she starts to get impatient.
Well, I suppose that's good for Jillian.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the conversation just is it's apparently when Prudence is in full cry, she does not stop. Jillian probably recognizes this from her own mother.
And Jillian will take her canteen and offer it to Cassie.
Thank you. Very small sip and hands it back.
Do you want something to eat before we might have a talk?
You know there's no might about this.
It could wait until morning if that would.
No, it can't.
Fair enough.
I know you're not going to listen, but I'm going to tell you anyway. You have to leave. You cannot be here. And points at Reba. You neither. You two specifically. You cannot be here. This is dangerous, and I know you're not going to listen to me, but I'm going to say it anyway.
What?
I kind of want to know why.
What exactly makes it more dangerous than what we normally face?
Her ancestors, your power. It's not that it's more dangerous to you. You're more dangerous if they can use you, and they can use you.
It's the corrupting influence.
No.
No?
Not exactly. You have a connection to your ancestors. Somebody could listen into that. Your ancestors are also ancestors with the people who did the dance. Who made this.
And
They
what
have-
about the word?
That's more the corrupty thing. But they'd have to kill you to get it out. Or I mean, they'd have to kill you to get it out because you're not going to turn at any point. Although, them trying it would probably just kill you. And then thing.
Hmm.
That's the thing. They kind of want you to be here. Therefore, you should not be here. Doesn't matter so much with you. You already did the damage. That's an alloy.
Yeah.
If we're not here, ain't no one else coming to stop all this.
That if you're not here, it doesn't really start. It's just a little town of death cultists out in the waste someplace. It's bad for them, but it doesn't make the wastes any bigger.
Preacher's not gonna sit around idly. And those Bibles he's corrupting, he could take them anywhere.
Started talking about that yet. He'd probably do that if you all left. Yeah, I would definitely do that if you all left, but it still wouldn't be making more waste. Bad people, but there's already bad people. There are no good choices, but having more rips in places and more wastes and more demons probably worse than rich Yankees giving tainted Bibles to other rich Yankees.
It'll grow sooner or later. Something we gotta cut off here and now.
Aloy, you're the smart one. When did rich Yankees come into this? These two apparently missed it.
Son of a fucking rich Yankees?
Uh-huh.
In town, right
No.
now.
Uh-huh. They've been giving the preacher man his money.
What do they look like?
I don't really know.
Hold on. And I'm gonna root around, pull out one of my older wanted posters for the one that has me with the red hair on it, the domestic can.
Well,
Anything like this?
none of these are in color.
Yeah. So,
but
but it's like not completely darkened hair like it would be in a. This ring any bells?
yeah, it's you.
Aloy, do you have any sketches?
I didn't really see them. Sometimes I don't see. I just
Ah,
Yeah, that's the reason I figured I'd see if this was getting tossed around, is that pretty much confirms it. Well, at least I can put a bullet in him while I'm here.
oh, you think rich Yankees means your parents?
to be fair, it's either her parents or her fiance's parents. Or both. Both would be bad.
And
'Cause
the
she
same
didn't say
phrasing
how-
applies.
Because she didn't say how many rich Yankees she might not know. It's just all she seems to have said thus far is rich Yankees.
Great. I either need to line the entirety of the center of town with magnets, or I need one hell of a bomb.
Cassie, your father had a thought that these people might be weaker in sunlight.
I don't know if any of them but the rich Yankees are here in sunlight. The rich Yankees and their enforcers.
Mm.
Their enforcers are weird.
Weird how.
They're kind of dead.
Fucking hell.
And at the swearing, it's just huddle.
It's not you, it's them.
There's been a lot of yelling. There's gonna be more yelling.
Softer, Aloy, please.
I know it's upsetting. There's family things for everybody here. Your ancestors, people tied to you, and
We've all got skin in the game.
That's why we can't leave.
Well, I mean, I made a promise, so I can't leave, and I'm not leaving any of you anywhere near this. So, but Jillian, I made a promise to you, and so there you go.
he's gonna say he still loves you. I don't think that's entirely true. It is, but it isn't. Right now, he doesn't remember what love really is.
Do you know what was done to him to make his eyes black and so on?
I have pictures, I don't know what all of them mean. They
And
locked him in a room and they said things to him. And some of a lot of that was not in English, and hearing it hurt. They cut him, and there were things they tried to put in him. Not all of it took. They had to take a lot of it out again. I don't know if there's anything still left that they originally put in him, but that they might have left bits or something behind. I don't know. Mostly they said things that I think showed him things that were true, but twisted in ways that did twisting of their own. They poured poison in his ears, both really and there's a word.
Metaphorically?
You wouldn't know that. Aloy would know that.
My bad.
literally and metaphorically.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
He only came for advice because somebody had told him that you needed help. And you did, but not that kind. They fooled him into thinking that if he went there, he could get some advice. That they could tell him ways to help you. And now they have him convinced that that's what they did. Along with whatever else is. Most of him doesn't love you, but still wants you. But if you meant to try and reach him, you can't take anyone else. He sees anyone else, he'll shoot first. And there won't be a choice.
Well,
That's
Jillian, on that score, you probably can guess what I'm going to say, but still going to leave it be your call. I think you know which call I would suggest you make, but I'll back your play on that score.
If both him and the preacher would rather have me alive than not, that means, or at least it seems likely enough, no one's just gonna shoot first if I walk up to town in the morning.
Did you not just hear everything she
Yes,
said
Aloy.
about... You're doing that thing where you're not thinking.
I haven't finished yet, Aloy. You've got words on your tongue, Cassie. Please.
I saw the thing. You meet him with those two, he shoots you. Again. This time he aims for the head.
I think Jillian, tell me you weren't talking about walking up there by yourself?
Not with you two in sight, by any means.
It amounts to the same thing.
Actually, that's not what I was going to say. Just because you can't be seen with eyes doesn't mean you can't be seen by other things. You think he's not watching the town? And how are you going to hide the mechanical thing? Sorry, Muffin. Muffin?
Muffin, thank you.
Muffin.
I mean, Jillian, I can see without seeing, for instance. I mean... We know for a fact there are other ways. Points at Cassie, too.
Which brings us to the main problem here. How do we isolate Preacher Man from your husband in a way that lets you approach him by yourself without either of us?
That's easy.
I'm gesturing to just as you will.
The only thing I saw where this worked out even a little, he proposed at the well. He'd meet you there again. Not the same well, obviously, but when he's done his patrols, he waits there.
This well, where is it in town?
You would have seen it. You've been
Okay.
in town. Sort of out by the general store, actually, around about there.
Yep, I see it on the map, too.
When does he tend to finish his patrol?
A couple hours before dawn.
Well, that'll have to do then.
I do have one concern that I don't know if I should bring it up now or wait for Louis to come back.
Might as well be now.
Jillian, I was a bit concerned what their reaction might be when they find Cassie here gone.
I'm concerned with that as well. That's why I asked Muffin to keep watch outside.
Well, yeah, obviously.
If they ride out immediately, Muffin will spot them far out. We'll have
They
a little
won't,
bit of warning.
Hmm.
they won't know until Isaac has done his patrol. It'll be soon, but not yet.
And if it's true that they have issues with Sun, they may not want to ride out immediately if that's the case.
Oh, they wouldn't
If.
send out anything creepy that's bad with Sun. All they'd have to do is send the townsfolk.
Hmm.
Which means I'm thinking you and your family will probably want to get out of here, at least to the place where we mentioned, as soon as possible. And that leaves Jillian here to make the well approach and us to hold down the fort, Reba.
Yeah, that was my thought too.
Anything goes south for you, Jillian, you don't stand and fight, you turn and run.
I know, Aloy.
You have a tendency to
I know,
stand.
Aloy.
You're muted.
To be fair, that's usually when we're with her. So.
No, that's just her.
Reba's only seen it when she was around, so. Yeah.
Well, that's because that's the only time you would see anything. And they're gonna go. That's why Papa doesn't need to be a part of this conversation. I'm not going. I can't. I still have a part in this.
Jillian looks to the kitchen.
That's a conversation
Yeah.
I am staying well out of.
That's a wrench I wasn't expecting.
You all aren't leaving.
That's us. That's our job.
Looks at
I gotta fix my mistake.
Jillian. Sometimes when we're given something, there's a reason. I'm gonna go talk to Mama and Papa.
How much longer is it until Isaac will be at the well?
A little while. Not long enough for you to properly rest and heal, though.
I'll make do.
Maybe, but it wasn't just her strength that made her not survive when you tried to help her. It was yours too. And walks out.
Bravest little girl I've ever met.
And that's around about the point when the yelling starts in the kitchen.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Jillian.
be outside. Excuse me.
Yeah,
Well, that
I'll join you.
conveniently happens. Don't Jillian looks to Reba, steps up to her and waits for Aloy to go out.
Yeah, Reba stood up as she was going to follow Aloy, but then was like, "Oh,
If I don't make it back in a few hours, I think it would be wiser if you took Aloy and went back. Took Aloy, took these folks, and went back to the Reverend. Figure out some way to get reinforcements."
You're muted.
I'm still contemplating what I'm going to say here.
But the chuckling was obviously in character, so
Oh,
I thought
okay.
I'd flag it out.
I promised you that I would back your play when it came to dealing with Isaac. Beyond that, I ain't promising nothing.
I know. She pats her arm. I said to be wise. I never said you two would be inclined to it.
That's fair. I'll make my judgment call, but I reserve the right to say fuck that and come drag your ass out of there.
Fair enough. She'll
If
step back.
if there's still if it's still her ass to drag.
Yeah, I was about to say if there's any left to drag out, but I wasn't going to go there.
Refrains from that. She sits down, takes her canteen and some cloth and starts wiping off blood. She'll
And
change her
what-
shirt at some point.
And what's Aloy doing while all this is going on?
I'm just gonna go and join Muffin and just watching the perimeter.
I mean, Muffin is doing the trot, 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 and as it passes through, passes, Aloy just sort of screech, boop boop.
I'm joining you out here. Let's go another round.
And does box formation so that Aloy can actually get on.
Gonna do so,
Jillian.
and off goes the patrol clunk.
Yeah.
So Jillian's cleaning herself up. The yelling is still happening in the kitchen.
Yeah, Reba's still kind of standing there watching Jillian, trying not to listen to the yelling. It's kind of says not to.
Well, it's to be fair, you're not getting words. You're getting very, very panicky Prudence. Louis being stern as fuck, and just every so often pause that is clearly Cassie just going, I ain't going. And that just gets Prudence getting even more shrill, so that
Jillian
that's
goes
happening.
upstairs after a while.
Okay, and what you gonna do
What do I know?
upstairs?
Gonna get somewhere slightly quieter. Borrow Cassie's room again so she can have a pray, and after that have a short rest nap. Assuming
Okay.
this is the right time for that.
Yeah, well,
But first, she prays.
while the pray, what is the prayer?
He's- Lord, make me a vessel of righteousness, and please show me a path to make my husband whole again. I will do whatever needs to be done here, but all that I've done from that first moment, it was for him.
Play the sense that someone is listening. It is possible that when the time is right, you will know. But knowing right now is probably not overly helpful.
Mhm.
Although there is, as you're finishing up the whole thing where, yeah, you have someone who can literally see the future, and apparently she wants to stay. Sometimes we give gifts and somebody else wants to take them back. If you want to keep the one you got given before all this mess started, or at least make him whole again, you might want to keep the other one too. Which is effectively, don't let parents bully Cassie into leaving.
Eventually, then, before she naps, Jillian will go back up
Okay,
to Reba.
there's and what's Reba been doing meantime?
Well, since Jillian got up and and went upstairs before Reba had a chance to really do much of anything. She's just basically standing in the doorway, looking outside, just watching the horizon. Just sort of leaned up against the door frame, just looking out and just
Yeah.
thinking.
It just every so often you see
Yeah.
Aloy and Muffin
Muffin
go
go
cruising
by.
by.
And just thinking to herself, like trying to use every bit of wisdom she's got. Just I know letting her go by herself is a bad idea, but I made that promise. I said I'd back her play. This is going to be her play, and I can't go back on that, but by the ancestors, every fiber of my being screams that this is a bad idea, that she's going to get herself in trouble, and you're going to let it happen, and she's just... And so the whole time she's looking out at the horizon, occasionally smirking a little as Aloy goes by, and at the same time has a look in her face of that stubborn little.
There's occasional input from ancestors, which is along the lines of, "And you're so fucking different."
Which
And then there is also from one of your favorites, a savvy older woman, just going. She's been in scrapes before, and what she ain't had is someone to scrape her up when she's been done.
which that finally gets like on the one hand, it's like, yes, you're right. I'm not that much different. I know that's why we get along so well, but and I do the same damn thing, but and then when that last piece, like, that's. Thank you. That's fair. Okay. And if anybody can scrape her up, yeah, okay, yeah, all right.
And while Reba is sort of grudgingly nodding to herself, is when Jillian comes back downstairs with the look of, "Hey, I got answers."
Kind of. And she steps up and nudges Reba's elbow.
Oh, wait.
Cassie is right. We need her here. I don't like it either, but...
No. I wasn't going to question it. You have that look. I know that look. That's the same look I get when I have a conversation.
Mm-hmm. It's just
Your conversating is a little different than my conversating, but we're still conversating, so hey. I know that look.
Aloy and Muffin go cruising by again.
Boop, 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 boop.
Boop, 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 boop.
And she's like looking at Jillian and waving at Aloy, and she goes by like this.
And to be fair, it's less boop 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 boop. It's boop 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 boop.
Oh my god! It's like, I actually know that song.
It's
Heard it at a
just...
saloon.
It's a hard decision to make, and Cassie's so young.
Basically, we have to make sure that not only does she know she has to stay, you know she has to stay. Now, I know she has to stay, so we have to make sure that she does, because parents are parents, and parents are,
Yelling is still happening.
and she just, parents are parents, and then just points to the kitchen.
I think it'd be better if the two of them hear it from you.
You're the one doing the conversating. You're the one heard the order, or word, or whatever.
And Reba is getting upside the head. You actually share some more common ground with the one who can actually call the shots than she does.
Yeah, okay. All right,
Jillian
you're right.
Jillian doesn't know who she was saying yeah okay to. She doesn't care.
Yeah, well, and not to mention the she actually physically went okay.
Jillian has a retort in her mouth, but she is refraining from it while Reba's having a face journey.
Oh god, it's propagating.
Just no. I'll talk to them.
Thank you,
But
Reba.
don't. I know that look too.
Wake me up in a couple of hours if Cassie doesn't
Yeah.
wake me herself.
Right. Sorry. Sorry. For a moment, I was marveling at the fact that Muffin was actually on key.
Uh,
I had no idea Aloy built Muffin with perfect pitch.
I wouldn't be surprised if Aloy has no idea either.
No,
Okay.
to be fair, this is more for Smeagol's benefit than anything else. Music is just math, at least in terms of perfect pitch.
So yeah, that was calculated.
Well,
Jillian.
frequency generator, you never know when you might need one.
Jillian pats Reba's shoulder and
Goes
goes
up
back
to
upstairs.
goes up to, by all means, short rest.
Yep, and how many hit dice do I have? Oh, that's just one. I need more than that.
Keep rolling them. Clickety yes.
Yeah.
I mean, at least your con is something else.
hmm
Are we feeling?
Okay, there we go.
Yeah. So Jillian is getting a restful kind of nap, and Reba has been sent to defuse the yelling. Louise isn't so much yelling as, "I will stick you in a sack." No, you won't. It actually glances towards the door as Reba walks in.
On the door frame.
He gives you this look like, oh, fuck you. Not, he doesn't say it, but that's the expression. And Prudence is like, I mean, we're real grateful to you for getting Cassie back, but she's now talking about staying with y'all.
Yeah. And Louis, the thing of it is, and you know what I mean when I say this, she's not the only one saying it.
You, the blonde, or both?
Both. I wouldn't if it hadn't.
French Creole profanity is.
Reba's just nods sympathetically, just, yeah. If I knew what most of those words actually were, I'd probably be saying them too. She's just, Reba's looking very. She doesn't want to be having to say this. She's resigned to her fate, but at the same time, she's also trying to get across, because she doesn't want to interrupt. So she's not saying it. The idea that she will go to ground for Cassie if need be, like literally.
And the litany of French Creole swearing blends into, and I can't stay. Prudence and the twins, they're gonna need somebody who knows how to shoot worth a damn. No, Prudence, you can. I saw what happened the last time you tried to shoot my shotgun. It's got a kick. Ugh. I can't stay, and now you're telling me she can't go. I told you, Papa. Yes, I know. We listened to the one with the sight, but you're 13! That doesn't mean very much, I'm afraid. And she can't even promise me she's gonna come home.
I mean, I can promise you I'll do everything I can in my power to make sure it happens, up to and including going to ground, but.
No, you can't do that. You're needed a little more long run than I am.
just gets this look on her face of probably the one that's Louis had quite a bit of. I hate when she's right, and was making absolutely no attempt to hide that face from anyone. Just damn it.
Her ancestors may know the dance, but she'd also, because of that, they'd also know how to make it stop. So, no, you can't go to ground for me. Miss
No.
Jillian can't go to ground for me because the Lord's not gonna let her. She has other work to do.
Can I get away with at least all but?
No, because that might kill you. All but turns into literal real quick.
Fair. I'll do my best to make sure she stays all right.
I guess that's all we can ask.
Apparently.
Also, you gotta grab the twins and get out now. It's not gonna be what you think, but the house is gonna have a problem. Not right yet. They have time to get out and ride real fast, like real fast, and the and Muffin Puppy can. I'm sorry, it's a puppy in there. We'll see it enough to give some preparation time, but Miss Jillian needs to rest, and so do you. And I know where everything is. I can make sure they eat things and get them ready. But you gotta go. You gotta go now. See Louis just going, I really want to stick you in a sack. If oddly it's Prudence who puts a hand on his shoulder and goes, I learned a long time ago that the bits of your world ain't never gonna make no sense. I hope and pray for you, darling, and you are so very brave. She's also probably right. She always is. You get the twins, I'll pack us up something. We don't blame you. Our laugh was always kind of weird. So don't go blaming yourself. Even if the worst happened. Just try, that's all we've ever asked.
We will. All of us. Thank you.
And she goes rummaging for a trail of food while Louis is just, you're at least gonna come and you're gonna wake up the twins with me. Because they're gonna at least see you. Heads up.
So Reba will go ahead and go
Yeah,
back to the Brett's room at that point because she's like, she's yeah, go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, Cassie is like, you're gonna want a nap too.
Yeah, she realized the wisdom of when Cassie said that, so she's like, right, yeah, I'm gonna go up to, was it Brett or Brent?
Brent.
Okay, Brent's room and locate the bear again.
The bear is currently on the windowsill. One hand is tilted up in a wave.
I need to rest. We've got this to the bear. I need to rest, and we've got some problems heading this way. So, yeah, that's a thing.
Reba
just rolls over and.
Yeah, if Reba rolls back, find the bear is now facing, still sitting on the windowsill, but now facing out.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Right. And I will go ahead and do some hit dice myself now.
And Aloy's pretty much okay, isn't she?
Yep, I'm entirely fine, and the only things that I could possibly recover only recover on long rests anyway.
Ow.
Just keep clicking.
And that one.
Oh, that's
Oh dear. Hmm?
that's grit points are a long rest, right?
Grit points are a long rest.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, a 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I'm all set.
You had some
Really shit rolls. Thank God I've got a decent amount of hit dice to make up for it.
Yeah, but of course they kind of don't. Yeah, they regenerate, but
Really fucking slow, I know. Oy.
yeah, but hopefully you won't need them because hopefully you'll be able to get a long rest after whatever the fuck is hitting you tonight. So you guys are napping and mostly miss the preparation, and but Alloy is seeing, the Louis and Prudence and the twins kind of heading out for various mounts carrying saddlebags and things like that, and Louis actually stops Alloy. You keep an eye out, because apparently we gotta go. Because apparently
Yeah.
something's coming. And I tell you this, I know that y'all are needed for big world-saving bits and pieces, but of all of you, you're the only one who's not answering to a higher power at this point. You do what you can from my Cassie, or I swear I will come back here and I am going to shove my flaming cards in very uncomfortable places.
I'll do everything I can. Absolutely every single thing.
Just don't get dead. They probably need you.
Yeah, that's part of it.
It butts, Louis. Yeah, okay. I think that's also is gonna help.
Yep, 400%.
Okay, thank you very much. Just try not to let the house burn down. We'd like to come back at some point.
Yeah.
Mess though it be, it's home.
Hey, it's a good one.
Now that we've got the garden working properly, yeah?
Alright, so I'll just keep an eye out if you need anything else and me to help carry anything.
No, we're traveling pretty light. Fast and light. Which I get back. We got to try to get back to the town you all just came from, so we'll have someplace to go at least.
And you'll be going a lot faster than we were, so
Well, yeah, we know where we're going, more or less. Whereas you all were looking for something, not somewhere. Some things move around a lot in unpredictable directions. Somewheres, I guess they do too in this particular area, but not yet, at least.
yeah, given how we were going, I'm pretty sure we did a couple of loops.
You do that when you're hunting. You'll learn.
Well, thanks for all the advice and everything else so far, and best of luck, okay?
I'm more wishing you the luck. We're going to the safe place. You're not so much. At which point Prudence says, Louie, come on! Au revoir, cher.
You just double thumbs up.
And he heads off for the stables, and off go the horses, laden with twins, and just bye, Miss Ally. And Muffin continues Muffin's slow circuit around the place. Make me a perception check. You and I would assume Muffin.
All right. There's my perception. And Muffin's passive is 13. I'm trying to find if there's an option to clicky that. Just gonna roll the wisdom check. 17.
It's actually Muffin who's kind of going. Slows down. Boop, 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 boop.
Which direction does the head arm swivel into?
Sort of in the direction of town and up.
Rifle out. Looking down the scope line.
Yeah. Can both of you make me a dex save, please?
Oh boy. There's me. And save is there any additional thing just besides the check for a save?
Probably not for Muffin because no proficiency on the save.
Yep.
Ooh, that's not gonna be good. Muffin actually bucks Aloy off, as you don't really get a very good look at it because whatever it is, it's large and it's dark. And that's 12 slashing damage on Muffin as this set of large black claws rips into him. And there's the foomp of wings as it takes off, apparently for another pass. And that seems to be a really good place to take our break.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and. You said how much damage?
12.
12. Jesus, that's not working.
So we'll break now, and when we come back, we'll actually roll initiative and get some people down here. And we're back with Aloy and Muffin having a bit of an issue at the moment. Let's basically we have Aloy kind of there. I hate it when the grids that the map has doesn't match up with the grids that.
Yeah, I end
And-
up having to find gridless maps for that purpose because some of the ones I get don't match up as well.
But sometimes the map is perfect, and I mean this time it's not exactly, but it'll do, and it's what I have available.
I'm still on the town map.
Oh, that's because I didn't move the So we have.
Okay, just so I can get it centered enough to see everything.
Yeah, that's the thing. You still can't see what attacked you. You just see. You Alloy and Muffin. I mean, Muffin heard something first. but can't actually tell you what it is, and then bucked Aloy off in just about enough time to save Aloy from a nasty bit of gouge, which Muffin took instead. Boop! Boop boop! Boop boop! Boop boop! And it's starting to get fairly loud, so can I get a perception check from both of you? Because you two got some significant
14.
owies.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Witness the curse of threes.
yeah. I mean, it's certainly enough for Reba to wake up, but Cassie's room is more sort of towards the back of the house. Although, thankfully for Jillian, she as Reba's waking up to Muffin booping, Cassie's prodding Jillian in the shoulder. No regard for the fact that Jillian sleeps armed.
Jillian first up.
Uh, we didn't tell you that this was coming because you were kind of asleep, but something big is attacking. Mom and Dad and the twins are out, but
How much time do I
n-
have?
and now you're hearing boop 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 boop.
Reba's already out the room door and starting to head down the hall and going, "We got incoming!"
But we've given that it's 6 seconds per round, poor Aloy has got at least a couple of rounds of this bullshit before anything happens. So I'd like you all to roll initiative, but you guys aren't coming in just yet.
Right.
That's better.
12 for me.
Okay.
All right, initiative is on the counter for Aloy, and initiative is on the counter for Muffin.
Okay. So that's okay. Yeah, so it's still hiding for the moment. So that's
Or
oh.
it might be. I don't know because it depends on where you pulled my my tokens from. So I think they're assi- I think I did the right series of clicks to assign them to my tokens correctly.
Well, it has Muffin's initiative. That's all I need.
E.
So Aloy, because she's out there first. And then Jillian. Reba. Okay. Of course, this is going to be problematic because for Muffin and Aloy, you guys are first it's Muffin, and then it's Aloy, and you can't see anything.
Crap! 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 I've got the rifle out. Muffin, are any okay? These trees are definitely like
Yeah.
at the very least trees.
Trees are trees.
Okay, Muffin, come on under the tree. I'm going to direct Muffin to stand like close to the trunk, so if the thing comes down at us, it's going to have to at least approach horizontally.
Okay, so you guys are moving back there.
Pull, as I know this works on Muffin because Muffin is a construct. Pull out the screwdriver and hit mending.
Okay.
That's it's specific. I don't recall what the what we decided on for. Wait, there it is. I believe may have been wrong.
Yeah, there's nothing about what how much damage just plain mending will do. So I'm just gonna roll you a d6 and 4 points of damage healed, quote unquote.
Works for me.
And the next for Jillian and Reba is barreling down the stairs. And you'll be coming out on next round, so you won't have any movement, but might have action, bonus action, etc. So, Critter. Oh yeah. Critter doesn't care about tree. Critter appears to be fairly big, and does come down horizontally.
Yeah, I figured then at least I'd get a good look at this thing as it comes down on the approach.
Not through tree branches, you don't. In fact, you've made it worse.
Wait, so he just came down straight vertical instead of coming down?
Yep.
It's just busting through the branches. Oh, thunderful.
Crunch, 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 crunch. Yeah. Basically, you're getting tree branch, tree leaf, something black, something wings, and claws. So, that's okay. That's okay. Claw 1 is 14 points of slashing damage on Aloy. What's your AC?
My AC is 15. Don't know if the repulsor bracelet is adding to that.
I think we already added that.
So, yep.
Yeah, so that's 12 points of slashing damage. And okay, yeah, that's still hitting, so that's okay, no, that's not nice. That's not D6s. That's D10s.
Mm-hmm.
And 20 points of piercing damage plus 6 points of necrotic damage.
So that's 26 more.
And then it's gone.
And I'm just yelling, son of a Protestant bitch! Ow, ow, ow!
Okay, then. Okay, Cassie. Cassie's just gonna perch on the over. She basically, you see somebody climb out one of the front windows onto one of the porch overhangs, and she is carrying a pistol. I mean, she misses, but she's clearly shooting at something. Top of the round, Muffin. Boop.
I don't want to be in the open. Fuck it, fine. And gonna jog.
I mean, you're kind of covered in broken tree limb here.
Yeah, and I'm just trying to shuffle out of it and just scrabble back out into somewhere where I can look up and try to spot this thing.
Okay, yeah,
If I can get out, like, there or something.
Yeah. Yeah, there's
And his
fine.
muffin as well.
Boop, boop, boop. That's probably about all you've got, because you've got some. Now that you've got broken branch all over the place, it's now.
Difficult terrain, half movement, that works.
Yeah, so you're out there. You're gonna need to make me a perception check, and since it rolled a natural 20 on its stealth for the hide, that's probably not gonna.
My perception's trash.
Yeah, no, I mean it's a nat 20, so.
And muffin, by contrast, 5.
Boop, 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 boop. Yeah. Okay. So by this point, is that it? Is
Yeah,
there any?
that probably takes up my action, doesn't it?
Pretty much, yes. So yeah, Jillian can get about as far as the porch. Like, no, stop it. Yeah, that'll do. And basically enough to get a good look at. Aloy is a mess. Something has clawed and bitten at her. Something big. But you're not seeing anything apart from the absolute wreck of tree over there.
Aloy, get over here.
That's not gonna help! This thing doesn't give 2 shits about a tree, it's not gonna give 2 shits about a porch! Just find it and start shooting!
Do you want to use your action to make a perception check? Because that's the only way you're going to see shit, and even then, it's, like I said, it's a natural 20 on hide. Unless you can counter nat 20 with nat 20.
It's probably gonna kill us all.
So I'm checking the details of a spell card. 25. Yeah, she'll just percept.
Yeah, no. I mean, what she does see what Jillian and Muffin didn't. Cassie sitting on a roof overhang, pointing a pistol at something on the roof.
Cassie, get inside.
Nope. Thanks.
How old is Cassie?
13. You want to argue with 13-year-old girl?
Be my guest.
I'm sorry, arguing with Cassie is your bonus action.
That's fair.
Okay, Reba comes out kind of behind Jillian, more or less. Can just about see the mess that is Aloy.
Is Aloy within 60 feet of us?
5, 10, 15, 20, 20, yeah.
Okay. In which case, Reba, seeing the condition of Aloy, just shouts at her, Aloy, you are an absolute mess, and then also shouts healing word at her, which is going to be my bonus action.
Okay.
And that. So let me do that.
What level?
1 second. I haven't.
You know you're supposed to declare that while you're declaring.
Yep. I'm double
you gotta
checking.
say what level you want.
I know. I'm double checking the thing. Okay, second level. It's going to be 3rd level.
Okay.
Woo.
And that one. So that's 8 all told. It's better than nothing.
She's bleeding a little less.
Better than nothing.
That's your bonus
Yep,
action.
that's my
your
bonus
movement,
action.
Your movement's been used, so
Yep.
you're stuck where you are.
Well, and given where I'm at, how far over, like, how far under I'm assuming there's a covering over the porch.
Yeah.
How far under it am I?
You're under it. You're behind Jillian.
Yeah, in that case, I got no movement and I can't run. I see Aloy looking up. I see Jillian looking up. I got nothing. I'm not even gonna bother trying because if I look up, I'm gonna see ceiling. So I'm done.
That's fair. Okay, so that's around the point where you guys start to get a good look at this thing that comes down and lands. Bink. It's actually still kind of hard to make out. It's black against darkness. It's got sort of off-red glowy eyes and bits around what appear to be wings. What you'd see like you'd see in a bat's wings, the veins, they also seem to be glowing a very dim red. I look at Jillian and Reba, and I would like the both of you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
7 failed.
Yeah, that's a DC 18. So
Oh my gosh.
Jillian
What the
manages to
hell?
dive out of the way as fuck, I'm gonna need the dice roller again. Here we go.
What the shit? The token you're using. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's 56 points of necrotic damage.
Okay. And
I'm going to take the average because it saves your fucking life.
yes, it does. Because 65, and I'd have been dead. Oh,
Yeah,
dead.
you
I've
don't
been
want
unconscious.
No, you don't want to know what happens if you drop to 0 hit points with the breath weapon.
No, I don't.
No, you really
No,
don't.
we
I
don't.
really don't. No, I mean, I really don't. I do not. Do not tell me. I would rather not know.
So
I'd like to sleep tonight.
This thing opens its mouth, and this wave of red black fire comes shooting out of its mouth. Jillian ducks, which unfortunately leaves Reba full in and this feels like the ghost rock that Aloy brought out of, and it burns. And
Reba is basically walking burn tissue at this point.
That's the thing. It hasn't left a whole lot of visible burning. It's necrotic. It's not fire. But it feels it has it's like it's diseased your tissue briefly, and you still feel the yick of it. A lot of the yick of it given.
Right.
And going back for the hide motion again, so
Bloody decay cannon.
it flaps up and poof. Yeah, so it hides it. You have no idea where it's gone. And that leaves Cassie's turn.
Oh, I have a stupid idea, but it might just work.
Oh Christ! That actually hits. Uh, there's a flash that Jillian actually finds relatively familiar from the spot on the roof as Cassie fires again, and there's from somewhere over here. There's quite near her as it happens. This. So clearly she's hit. And I don't really have a token for Cassie. I should find one probably. Well, while I'm doing that, it's Muffin's go. So basically, Cassie's going to kind of jump into that tree.
Which tree?
That tree. The closest tree that's possible.
The one you were under.
Yeah, finally. That's actually kind of perfect. It's layer, token layer. Pook. Yeah, so you kind of get you see that flash of, for Jillian in particular, very familiar light from yon gun, and then just pat 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 and rustle, and Cassie's in a tree somewhere. Muffin,
Get below. Muffin, get below. You can catch her.
I can climb the tree.
I know you can. If you decide to drop, I want you to have a platform.
Okay. Oops. Sorry. No.
And I'm going to stay out in the open. Sonic screwdriver up to my glasses and try and cast okay, first, is it dark enough? It's dark enough out here to warrant my goggles of night, isn't it?
Yes.
Goggles of night come down, and then I'm going to apply to me detect magic. So I want to be able to at least get a beat on where this sucker is.
Bears magic, and you learn it School of Magic, except it's not. It doesn't really bear magic.
This thing isn't lighting up like any of the magic we've encountered.
No, I mean it's not. When they're talking about, magic or spells, etc. They're talking about schools of magic.
Yeah, I figured to give it a shot anyway, because if this thing
No,
has been...
that's fine. I was double checking just to, but no, it looks like from the wording of that it's something that can cast magic rather than something that is magic.
Yeah, so it's too inherent for it to tell. Okay, that's fine. Well, that was my action. I got nothing else.
Okay, Jillian.
Jillian points to actually can you say point, like, ping where the flash was when Cassie did the thing?
Round about there ish.
Okay,
And sort of up.
Yeah. Jillian points up on the wall and lets there be light.
How high up? Because that's a ground floor wall. The wall for the first floor is. Let me see what I can draw for you. Do it in red because that's easier. Basically, what you've got is you've got porch. Oops. Okay. So you've got basically you've got kind of a porch overhang there, and that's the second floor wall for you Americans. There's a balcony that kind of covers here. But I mean this whole bit here is and that should have been filled. Damn. Okay, so fill that in with red. So that whole bit there is kind of roof, but tilted roof. That whole bit is equally roof, but flatter. So there's kind of wall going up from where that red bit begins, and that's ground floor wall there.
Jillian puts it up as high as she can, within 60 feet. Try to get the light outwards as much as possible.
Wait, how do you make this? There we go, select mode. Okay, so you'd probably 60-foot radius sphere of light, and range is 60 feet. You could get it around about there.
Yeah, okay.
And okay, that doesn't qualify as, so let's do this. And can we actually move this thing now? Oh, wonderful. Well, it should be above the drawing, but to front. There we go. Ha! Getting the hang of this. So yeah, as Jillian sticks it to that wall, they see this thing. It's looking at the lot of you and snarling.
Nope, that's it for Jillian.
Okay, Reba.
Okay. Reba stumbles out a bit to right about there.
Sorry, show me again.
No problem. 1 second. Basically, like trying to get enough to where I could potentially see where it is.
Yeah, you can see from Jillian's behold thing.
Mhm.
There is the thing.
Bear with me just a second. I'm trying to find a particular spell so I can double check the range, and I keep somehow scrolling right past it every single time.
What's the spell?
The one about the oh, I found it. It's 120 feet. Okay, I was looking for Sickening Radiance, and I kept skipping right over it every time. Okay.
Yeah, that's how far it is, but you've still got Cassie, Muffin, not so much, but potentially Aloy.
Well, I wasn't done. I was just looking at the range to see if that was even an option. Then I was going to look at the description to see like the shape and whether or not I could do that. And it's a 30-foot radius, so no, that wouldn't work. So okay.
Yeah, I remembered about the 30-foot radiance because we've had this conversation every single time you've considered using it.
Okay. In which case, Let's see. Could I hit it? Could I reach it with something with 60 feet?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
Yeah. All right.
The only problem is it's because it's up,
Mm.
and so that's adding to.
Yeah, I realized now that I'm actually out and where I can actually see like where it is and judge the distance. I'm like, fuck, I should have stayed undercover. Fine. In that case, feeling like shit, I'm gonna do bonus action is gonna be healing word again, but this time at 5th because holy shit, I fucking hurt. Let me find it so I can. And this is a bonus action. So let me do the thing. Click. 5. Boom. That's 15. I'm getting absolute shit for rolls. That is terrible, but okay. And then I will cast. Oh, fucker. No, I will not. I know
I'm gonna get a chest clock at some point.
I know I still have movement left. Can I get back undercover?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll just do that because I got nothing I can really do at this range.
Yeah.
I need time to think and recover a little.
Okay. I mean, this place is now lit up like daytime, which is a good thing actually, because this thing does go for Cassie. Next up. Actually, let me see if it's got its. No. Okay. So that's disadvantage on attack rolls. So. No. 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 Manages to. It doesn't seem to do very well in light. So it's clawing at Cassie at this point. She's sort of ducking around the tree as much as possible, so you see more branches just on Muffin.
Tink, 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 tink.
She, meanwhile, another flash, another bang. Ooh, that's good. Yeah, and currently the only person who's actually shot at it actually hit it thus far is Cassie. And so let me have a look at this for a minute. So. It's not enjoying being shot at by Cassie very much, but she is currently its target. It's still on the roof overhang, so. But Cassie is apparently standing her ground, mostly because she's actually hitting it, and it's not hitting her, and honestly, she's not entirely sure about landing on top of Muffin, and climbing just leaves her vulnerable, and she didn't want to drop the gun. She's having a hard enough time holding onto it as it is. Top of the round, Muffin. Unfortunately, it's still up.
Yep, and just Muffin, maintain directive, stay down there. If she drops, be ready to catch. If she has to drop, be ready to catch her, and then book it. Get her clear so she has better lines of sight. And then I'm going to position out here so I get a decent look at it.
There? Well, actually,
Yeah.
there is better because not tree in the way.
You great flapping douche canoe! Try me on for size properly this time! And I'm going to fire Well, I'm just gonna shoot the current attack mode of the cannon at it.
Didn't you still have it set for fire?
Yes.
Mm, No.
And second shot.
That hits. Roll damage. Yeah, the fire doesn't seem to be doing anything to this thing.
Son of a fucking...
The bullet does the damage, but
And I gotta switch modes if I want to use something else.
yes,
That'll
you do.
take... And that takes how long? Like at least 10 rounds.
No, God, no. No, I wouldn't do that to you.
I recall it being a minute.
I meant an action.
Well, then... Yeah, with that done, I'm gonna have... since I hit it... Yeah, that's about it.
Okay. Jillian.
Does Jillian need to step out to get into range?
I mean, probably get a clearer shot if she's because
Yeah, then she'll
that's a weird angle.
move a little bit.
Yeah, there'll do.
And she will attack with a fleeing shot and a...
Topple a moving target.
Yeah, how does that work if he's not technically moving while it's not their turn?
Well, that's the thing. If he was flying, it would work. He's not flying. He's balanced on a roof.
Okay, well, didn't...
I won't stick you with that one.
Okay, then
That's a confusing one.
Then she will just do a regular shot with a branding smite. Or maybe not.
No, that was appalling.
Try that again. There we go.
That hits. Roll damage. Yeah, it's distinctly not happy.
And then she'll move back to the edge of the porch. And
Okay.
that's it.
Reba. You're muted.
Sorry. So I will cast. Reba's going to cast Healing Word at second level again for bonus action, just because. God damn, this thing fucked her up horribly. Holy shit! And I'm still trying to recover even a little bit from that because I'm not willing to put myself out there. Whoops! I didn't mean to click that. Sorry, that was a mistake. I clicked the title card instead of the.
You're over explaining again. Sorry is fine.
Okay. So that's another 8. Okay, that's a little better. All right. Now with summon animals, I'm reading through it. The challenge.
Oh, sorry. Technically, yeah. Sorry, I'm going back a little bit. I forgot the shadow breath is not a save or suck. So, Jillian did technically take half damage.
Okay, how much damage is that?
I took 56.
Yeah,
told.
so that's
25 plus 3. 28.
28. Yeah, I got to 28, but then you were talking, so.
Sorry.
Okay, 28.
And that's corrupt awful.
Mm-hmm.
I am just saying.
With conjure animals, it says 8 of challenge rating, 4 1 quarter or lower, etc., and then 1/2, 1 and all that. I'm flipping through. I'm assuming I can't do like a swarm of something that would fall into that, because I'm assuming the spirit of the spell means individual animals, right?
I've done swarms before with that spell.
But not in this game.
True. So that's DM's choice.
I'm gonna have a word with you. Because I've had the conversation about when somebody has asked a question of the DM, it should be the DM answering it.
Mm-hmm.
Under most circumstances, in other games, he's right, I might. In this particular case, because of what Reba is and what she represents, no. It would have to be singular animals.
Okay. So, making that connection quickly, instead, her beast shape, does that do anything? Like, what happens when if I've taken damage and then change form?
Your animal form is at full health, but when you lose those hit points, you are still as damaged in your human form as you currently are.
Oh, okay.
No, it's not an instant heal.
No.
Cheeky little bugger.
It was hey, at least I asked. All right. And in that case, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the conjure animals, and it's going to be, where did it go? Under R. What was the challenge rating of these? Where'd it go? Is it 0? Let me just double check. I wanted to summon as many ravens as I could get.
Oh my god, you're really gonna make me... First I get him, now I have to deal with fucking that many animals at challenge rating 0. Really? Okay.
I mean, I can do something else.
No, it's fine. I'll figure it out.
Okay, sorry.
It's not... Trust me, it's not you. If it was just that, it wouldn't be an issue.
It was me, and I'm
Just shut up!
Apologize again.
Sorry, that is the one thing you could possibly do.
It's only 2.
Piss me off. That's fine. Let me see if I can actually find the damn things. I know we have some. Oh, familiars and summons. I actually have a section for that. That makes me feel a little better. Bats, hawks, wolves, ravens. 2. You said?
Yes, because it's 2 of 1 or lower. So the next break is at 1/2. So those are 0, and so assuming I've read everything correctly, that should just be the 2.
I'm not 100% sure about that, but hang on.
I mean, I can pop the spell card if you like.
Conjure animals. I got it. I
Okay.
got it. 1 beast of challenge. 2 rates of challenge rating 1 or lower. 4 beasts of challenge rating half or lower. 8 beasts of challenge rating quarter or lower. 5e. Raven.
From the monster manual, it looked like they were 0.
So, but 8 beasts of challenge rating a quarter or lower? 0 is lower than a quarter.
Oh, holy shit, I'm an idiot! I am so sorry. Wow, I am so not all here, guys. Oh, at least you're laughing now. Fuck, I'm an idiot. Wow. Never mind. So that's a lot more than I thought.
Apparently, my dumb is contagious. I'm sorry.
Don't start with me. I'm not ready to hear from you yet.
So
Wonderful. So yes, I have to deal with 8 fucking ravens.
Shit.
Hurrah.
my apologies. Oh boy. Their initiative is all at once, and I think so is their attack at least. I think. No, that's with swarms. Fuck. I did make this way more complex. Shit, I'm sorry. I mean, on the one hand, it's really all she could really do that could get close enough, and I'm the only one of us that can do certain things. So yeah, I didn't want to get in range.
You're wrong. You can summon one beast. You can summon 2 beasts of challenge rating 1 or lower. Giant eagles are challenge rating 1. They are hardier. They can actually do more. And they would be a lot more useful than 8 ravens and a lot less trouble for me.
Okay.
You can summon those.
You're.
They are still beasts.
Are you allowing me to change to make things a little easier? Because I would be fine with eagles. I saw them. I didn't, and I thought about it, but I didn't know if. Sorry.
If I wasn't willing, I wouldn't have looked it up.
Then yes, I would like to do that. Thank you.
And they're actually large beasts. So let me just get rid of these little buggers. And make big buggers.
Oh, those are pretty. The tokens are really well done.
Oops. Okay, that's 10 and 10. Okay, here we go. Point those at this fucker. I mean, I'll handle them because I've actually got the stats up. Let's see, summoned creatures are friendly to you and your companion. Roll initiative for the summoned creatures as a group, which has its own turns. I'll roll initiative because I actually have their decks, so that they go pretty much at the same time as you do.
And yeah, it says, if you don't give them orders, but I summon them and just yell attack.
Okay, so
Attack the big black thing.
okay, let's have a look here. See, got and no. Okay, they have multi-attack, so that's one with beak and one with talons. No, neither of those hit. Talons +5. Yeah, they managed to do some slashing damage actually, so that's 10, 11, 12.
God, 0 is less than a quarter. God,
12. Hey, yeah, so all of a sudden giant eagles turn up and start ripping into the shadow dragon, which oh, this is going to be fun. Ah, fuck. Can't get Cassie, which is probably a good thing, no matter which one it does. So it's gonna turn around to. Well, it's gonna turn around to this one as much for display as anything else, and breathe its shadow bullshit. And nope. And Eagle drops to 0 hit points.
According to Conjure Animals, is that it disappears? But sorry.
Oh no, yeah, you're right. That's a humanoid. So that's just as well. Good. You don't have to deal with undead giant eagles.
Mm-hmm.
Christ, now I recognize this thing.
Yeah, because they count as Fey, actually.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I have the spell card. Thank you. At which point it's going to move onto the tree. Cassie, on the other hand, it's now quite close to Cassie, so that's 20. Huh. Okay, so that's 8. Not 20. She managed to get the damn thing in the eye, so and she's basically still shooting because at this point backing down is just gonna piss it off. I mean, okay, fine. So is her shooting at it, but dropping if it's attacking her is just going to direct its attention elsewhere, and she's perfectly happy with everybody being able to shoot at it from a distance, more or less. Top of the round, Muffin.
Muffin can't reach up a tree. Muffin stays there, and I'm just gonna cycle modes.
Okay,
And that's my turn.
what mode are you cycling it to?
Lightning.
Okay, cool. Jillian. You still have a relatively clear shot because it's large, but it's in the tree, and you still see the flashes of where Cassie is currently still in the tree.
Okay.
And there's also a giant. Oh, actually, that one's gone. So
Jillian will make a very careful shot with Branding Smite again.
okay, go forth. Roll damage. Oh, that's saving your ass right now.
And 2d6.
Nice. So hang on, that's 26, 35. This thing between Jillian, Cassie, and Reba's eagles. This thing is hurting. So yeah, this thing is in a not insignificant amount of pain.
And then she shoots again. No,
Roll
whoops.
damage.
That was it.
They're both they both hit. So roll damage.
Okay.
Yeah, this thing is significantly made of ow.
And that's it.
Reba.
I'm going to step out, get and move forward. So stepping out, but from behind Jillian to go about there, but then continue moving forward until I get within 60 feet, if I can.
You're within 60 feet.
Okay. In which case, then she's going to try to cast
Right,
Toll the
10,
Dead, which is a cantrip. It's a Wisdom save.
What's the spell save DC?
15.
No.
Damn. All right.
And it's save or suck, isn't
Yeah.
it? So,
yeah. It is. All right. That's about the. Then in that case, I'll.
You have a remaining eagle.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I also have a bonus action still. I'm gonna go ahead and since Aloy still is a fair bit of a mess, I'm going to go ahead and try Healing Word on her as well at third
Yep.
level.
Okay.
So 2, 3. And that one. Sorry, that's 9 points is still better than nothing. My healing today is sucking. Oh my god.
Okay, and now it's Eagle attacking. Missing both times. This thing is not incredibly pleased in general, but okay. Claw. Nope. Claw. Nope. The disadvantage is saving people's lives right now.
Thank you, Jillian.
Thank you, Noms.
Yeah, this thing has a disadvantage on attacks and any perception relating to sight in daylight. If she'd used anything else. Oh, it didn't. Yeah, it didn't get. Yeah, it's clawing and biting for Cassie, and she's just kind of hiding behind various bits of tree. Nope, 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 nope. And of all things, because this thing was on like 5 hit points. And Cassie just sort of, as it's biting at her, sort of points the gun in its other eye. Boom! Yee, crunch! Okay. I did that, apparently.
Yep.
Jillian moves up to look over Cassie as best as she can
No,
while she's still in the tree.
she's still up the tree. She just
Looks up
kinda,
at Cassie while she's in the tree.
mostly she's seeing a lot of broken branch, because the thing actually, this thing actually came through parts of the tree. So there's a lot of broken and unfortunateness all over the place. So you get glimpses of Cassie, but mostly she's just clinging to the trunk like, okay, that happened.
Jillian gets up to the chunk.
And Muffin is there going, boo.
Jillian, I gave her a platform.
Muffin doesn't have arms, Aloy.
She can also climb.
And she actually just jumps back onto the balcony bit where the daylight is still shining. Just okay,
A lot better than the both of us.
I'm just gonna go back in through the. Can you?
Yeah.
I guess we're gonna want to poke at that thing, or
Gonna
something.
want to burn it.
It doesn't burn. Just gonna tell you that right off.
And just dispels the eagle. Just sort of nods at it and then salutes and gives it a salute, like a thank you nod, and just
Yeah.
and then stumbles back inside. Just
And Cassie, she's kind of patting back down the stairs, the pistol in one hand, the good bottle of rum in the other, and just sort of.
We'll worry about that, the corpse, in the morning. Jillian goes back inside.
Who knows?
Sit down on the couch.
Was that loud enough for me to hear it inside? Well, actually, I'm probably right inside, so I probably did hear that. Who knows? The daylight might take care of it for us.
Hopefully. Cassie, do you know how much time I have?
Well, it didn't take overly long. But are you in any kind of shape to do that?
I have to go to him when it's time.
You. If you got as much anywhere near as much of that whatever that was, as I did, you are in no condition.
I'm fine. She says, not. She's halfway fine.
I'm inside checking that. If I can, or if I need to.
Don't-
Well, you probably do need to because this is Jillian we're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Really bad roll. 13.
You're. Do you want to give me a deception check here?
A worse roll. 11.
Jillian, she's not trying to hide that she's moving stiffly, but she's been worse. She's
Which-
not at half health yet.
Uh,
She's just close.
And at which point, Cassie kind of pats Jillian on the back, and you're insighting, so you're not really noticing this. So I won't make mention. But Jillian knows what divine light healing feels like, and she has currently got 20 points of it.
Jillian stares down at her. Thank you.
Well, we weren't going to be able to stop you.
I could say the same to you.
Well, it was in my face. Running wasn't going to do a whole lot of good.
Mhm.
Fine. Because hearing Cassie say we're not going to be able to stop you, knowing Cassie has the sight, Reba's like, what's the phrase, Jillian, from the mouths of babes? Is that it?
Mhm.
Excuse me.
It was. I
Jillian
was
gives her a
using the
look.
quote. I'm not saying you. I'm not saying you're a baby. I'm just you're saying you're young. That's all.
Yeah. And nobody's going to like what I have to say next. You two can't go. I can. Oh, I'm not going to let myself be seen. No.
Jillian, I would have debated, but after what we just witnessed, go with
Yes.
whomever.
Yes, that is.
By all means.
That is true.
You two need to keep an eye, though. We're going to be away for a little while. And you're probably going to worry some, and I can't do anything about that. And I'm sorry. You're going to have your own problems. We're not going to be back before dawn, however this comes out. The town will come for you. That's why I can't be here.
Makes
I
sense.
don't know what you'll do. Well, I know what you'll try to do. Try not to feel too bad about it. But they're gonna come. It's not gonna be pretty. But you'll do what you gotta. But you're gonna need some rest to deal with it. Get what rest you can.
And you're gonna need luck as much as we are, so
No, you're gonna need the luck. We've got something else.
fair enough.
I'm just gonna grab a couple of things and then we can go.
All right.
And pads up to her room, and you guys have your last bit of converse.
How I trust you to see this to whatever end it needs to be seen to, at least for now.
Thank you,
and
Reba.
I'm trusting in whatever or whomever. I'm trusting in the white boy god to watch over both you and Cassie and ancestors.
Yeah, unfortunately, Reba does know that White Boy God does have a thing about sacrifices for greater good.
Yeah. So and I'm just going to leave that statement at that.
I'll be watching over her too, as much as I can.
Honestly, between the two of you, she's the one I'm not worried about. She's the one going to stay out of sight. And she's the one that's got it to know how to, or when to, or what have you. Just come back safe and sound.
I will.
I told you we will back your play. This is part of that. But don't force it now. Like, I know you got to see how much of him is left. Do that. If you can bring it, if you can do something to, like you wanted to do to save him or whatnot, or do what you got to do, that's fine. But come back safe. Don't be stupid. You got, you, there's too much riding on all of us right now.
You two are going to have your hands full. It sounds like so.
I'm not even talking about that. Look, Jillian,
We'll be back.
Not to find a point on it. I don't want to lose you.
I know, Reba.
All right. As far as how we handle things when they show up, well, that's going to kind of depend on how they show up. If they show up torches and pitchforks, well,
I understand.
They're the way things. I know they're. That's the thing. We never saw the townspeople. They never made a sound. I'm wondering how much of them are even still left.
You saw the townspeople when you were shopping and things during the day.
Right. True. I mean, they were fine during the day, but I don't know. We'll try talking to them if we can, if they approach us in enough to do so. But
Seems like some of them were as alright as can be, and those ones you saw in the church.
Well, that was all of them.
Much less so. Oh. I trust your
I'm just
judgment.
going to say what I was going to say to Cassie.
What's that?
Good luck. And here's hoping things bear out for you. If I do the math on it, but that would take me the next day. So just hope
Jillian
everything works out in your favor.
considers her reply before she just says, "Thank you, Aloy."
And honestly, I've got half a mind to just set up just to make for somewhere out of the way and set up the barrier. Make it look like no one's home.
And
You
then they
have a
just
good.
torch the place out of spite, probably.
Oh, if they start doing that, I'm just going to shoot them.
You two have a good position here, and something's got to be done with this posse. Better you fighting him here than out in the open.
Agreed. This is, at least we have somewhat of a defensible position here.
They've got time to prepare.
I'd rather not. I'd rather not the place get absolutely wrecked and us exchanging fire.
Well, that's why
eagles.
That's why if we can, we'll talk with them first.
I doubt they're talking.
It's worth a shot. A short one, mind you, but Reba will know quickly enough how far gone they are.
Shit, God knows I've seen more than a few angry mobs.
Too far gone in one sense or the other.
This is supposed to be showing up in sheets. Anyway.
Mm.
Yeah, Cassie comes down the stairs in denims, boots, flannel shirt, and a fairly oversized leather jacket.
How much of a resemblance does she bear in that outfit to her father?
Yeah.
In which case, Reba just looks at her, kind of like, not quite a double take, but definitely a, I can see it. I can so see it. Type of look at her face. Just,
Yeah, the gun belt that she's wearing is kind of wide but she can't just keep carrying it, so
Looking pretty badass there.
this is
Looks
clearly
good.
not slang she knows.
You look good.
you look
It's
tough.
comfortable and kind of armorish. That's what I got.
You look like you do your old man
Given the
proud.
situation, I'd say it just fits you, weirdly enough. Do you want anything
Metaphorically.
adjusted so it fits better, or
No, it's okay like this. It's just that there's a couple of things that I've got more than just what Dad knows about. It's um just the stuff that I couldn't keep to myself. The stuff I could keep to myself. I can't do much of it, but it's useful at this point. And she holds out a hand, and there's 3 pieces of quartz in them. One is glowing a faint white goldish. The other 2 are glowing more of a off blue. The white one's yours. Looks at Jillian. Take it.
She takes it. Mm-hmm.
The light goes out, and you feel less burned out. How many spell slots have you used up here? Have a quick look. Bink. Spell slots, grip points. Yeah, your grip points and your spell slots are back to full. You haven't lost that much, but you didn't have that much to lose, so yeah, you just feel less burned out. The other 2 are yours. Your spell slots are your spell slots, etc. are reset. You're not healed, but you're less burned out feeling.
Nope. Does that include Jillian's lay on hands?
Odds or evens?
Evens.
Yes.
All right.
You okay, Ms. Reba?
Yeah, I'm thinking about what's coming. Well, for us two. Um, and I'm a little concerned with with what things might look like when you two get back.
Just try not to feel bad about it.
Oh, child, no, 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 no. Um, if they approach and we can talk and simply say we're packing up to go or something to talk them off, that's great. But if they want to approach being an angry mob, well, then they're going to get treated like an angry mob. And unfortunately, there's only one way that can go.
She's just shaking her head. Just don't feel bad about it.
Well, I won't feel good about it, but I'll try.
There's a difference between not feeling good about it and feeling bad about it.
You are the bravest and wisest 13-year-old I've ever known.
Kind of have to be sometimes.
Sorry about that.
And turns around to Aloy, pats her on the shoulder. It's gonna be okay.
Well, I got told to make sure the house doesn't get too busted up, so I'm gonna do my best to do that. They try shit when they turn up for whatever it is they're gonna claim they're turning up for. I'll put as many of them in the dirt as I have to.
Nothing happens that you can't fix.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just gonna sort of fist his shoulder, sort of fist bump.
Okay. Muffin is just boop, boop. Pat, 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 pat. You're a good boy. Boop. Oof. You heavy boy, but good boy.
That gets a deep laugh from Reba. First one she's made in a minute.
If we're gonna go, we have to go now. You're gonna need time.
And Jillian gives the two of them a look, and she heads out the door.
Then Cassie follows to mount up with her.
Does she have her own horse?
No, she doesn't.
Okay.
They didn't have that many just because of the shape the town was in. So she's sort of riding double with Jillian, whose horse is a good one. So, and Cassie is not what you'd call big.
Okay.
The one thing she does say when that's when they've ridden off away from this bunch is, Miss Jillian, ma'am, you're the closest thing we've got to, and you're nothing like a preacher, but you're much more than the one we've got up the hill. So,
That is true.
real quick confession, I kind of lied. I can't hide when we encounter him. There's going to need to be a distraction, and I'm it. But Miss Reba and Miss Aloy were going to freak out, and I didn't want them to do that. You at least know what it is to trust what you can't explain.
That I do. And I'm not going to very well tell you that you can't do this.
But I don't like lying, so I wanted to apologize. And tell them that I'm sorry.
I will.
And that's where at about that time we will leave it off there. And how we're going to handle this, I'm not 100% sure, but we'll discuss that and deal with whatever next week.
This was awesome.
Yarr.